Evening all. Dixon of OBrien, for those of you old enough to remember. I did one of these last week and I thought, oh, it's kind of fun. So, well, it was fun for me. I don't know if it was fun for anybody else, but I thought, well, I'll give another go. And I was also prompted to do so by a couple of things that occurred to me this morning. I was thinking, and that never ends well. I was kind of trying to play a song, and I thought, this song's only got 3 chords, and it's so beautiful. And then I thought, there's countless songs that just have 3 chords, and everybody says, oh, you only need 3 chords, and you can play anything. I think that's pretty much true. So this particular song, I thought, okay, this is just a beautiful song, and it's only got 3. Well, actually, I think it might have 4, but you could certainly get through it with only 3. A little bit later on, I was reading in my book that I'm reading, which everybody should read. It's called Roots, Radicals and Rockers, and it's probably the best music book that I've ever read. And it's by an English singer by the name of Billy Bragg, who many people may have heard of, but he's obviously also an excellent writer. And he wrote this thing, and it covers a probably 18-month or 2-year period in English contemporary music when skiffle was the rage. Unheard of in America. But in England, trust me, this thing was huge. It changed the world, as I'm about to tell you. But it only lasted for a very short period of time. And so Billy Bragg is examining that period of time. But the foremost proponent of skiffle, maybe, that's a different thing, skiffle, was a man called Lonnie Donegan, who was from East London, not too far from where I was born and raised. And he had a big song called Rock Island Line. Huge in America, huge in England, even though he's largely forgotten, certainly in America. And Rock Island Line, of course, was purloined from Leadbelly, one of the old blues singers. Trust me, there's a point to this story. I'll connect it all up. And so Lonnie Donegan, in the late 50s, 1956 actually, he went on a tour of England, because that's the only way you could get it around. There was only, I think maybe commercial television had just started. They had the BBC, ITV came along after that, but certainly to get your music out there, there was, trust me, Spotify wasn't around. So he was on the road with his band, and he wound up in Liverpool for a week. And think of this, end of late 56. So one person who went to see Lonnie Donegan and was entranced by him and got his autograph was George Harrison. During the same period, another guy who went to see him, his school friend, although they didn't really know each other that well, but he was also entranced by this guy, Paul McCartney, also went to see him and also got his autograph, as is documented in this book that I referenced. So you can imagine then the effect that it had on both of those two. The first record that Paul McCartney bought was Rock Island Line by Lonnie Donegan. So late 56 this is. Also in late 56, a few weeks after Lonnie Donegan had left Liverpool and gone on wherever he was going, John Lennon formed a skiffle band with his schoolmates called the Quarrymen. It was a skiffle band, and again, motivated by having, I don't know that, it's not documented that he saw Lonnie Donegan, but he certainly heard the music. So think of that now. This guy is pretty much forgotten, basically was the catalyst for changing the world. He's dead now. One of the other things, actually reminds me of another story, but I'll relate it at a different time. One of the other things that Lonnie Donegan, of course, impressed upon young people at that time was that music wasn't the the sole province of the big bands and classically educated musicians. It was 3 chords, that's it, and play them as fast and as loud as you can. You see where I'm going? I'm coming back to the whole 3 chords thing. And so that was how all these bands started, because they saw this guy, and it's certainly how the Beatles started. Listen to I Saw Her Standing There. It's 3 chords, one of the greatest rock songs of all time that Paul McCartney wrote when he was, I don't know, what was he, 16, 17? 3 chords and the truth. So Lonnie Donegan, he's the man, and it's only 3 chords, which is fortunate because that's about all I can play. So thank you, Lonnie, for that. But they're not all rock songs. They're everything and anything. And so it also takes me back to that beautiful song that I was speaking of, what was it, half an hour ago when I started this. So I'm going to give that a try now. If you've ever been to a rugby match in Ireland, you may know this song. If you've ever been to Ireland, you will know this song. If you've ever met anybody Irish, you know this song. And if you've ever been to O'Grady's in Seven Kings, you will know this song. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she'll wait and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, and we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Four chords. That's all. Excuse my finger, my low battery thing came up here. Anyway, hopefully it'll keep going. Such a beautiful song, The Fields of Athenry. So what now? Well, there's another song here that I was looking at, and I've never actually really played this song before, but it's so good. I mean, I've looked at it a few times, I've listened to it 100 times. Maybe it's not a good idea to record a song that you don't really know. But you know how you get around that. It's a secret, don't tell anybody. So I'm going to try this anyway. I'll tell you the story once I'm done, if I get through it okay. If I don't get through it okay, you'll never see it. Every day seems like you wake up in the morning just a little bit further from where you want to be. You're losing faith, saying what's the point of trying when you're running out of time, when you're in this deep. Well, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, Lord knows I got a lot to learn myself, but it's getting harder watching you, putting that heart of yours through hell. The world wasn't broken in a day, it ain't gonna stay this way forever. You ain't gotta change the whole damn thing, you just gotta leave it a little better. You ain't gotta change the whole thing, you just gotta leave it a little better. You're losing faith, it can take a little longer, but if you really want it, it's worth the wait. And it's okay, 'cause if you never see it, it doesn't mean you can't be it either way. But I ain't trying to tell you what to do, Lord knows I got a lot to learn myself, but it's getting harder watching you, putting that heart of yours through hell. The world wasn't broken in a day, and it ain't gonna stay this way forever. You gotta change the whole damn thing, you just gotta leave it a little better. You ain't gotta change the whole thing, you just gotta leave it a little better. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, Lord knows I got a lot to learn myself, but it's getting harder watching you, putting that heart of yours through hell. The world wasn't broken in a day, it ain't gonna stay this way forever. You ain't gotta change the whole damn thing, you just gotta leave it a little better. change the whole thing. You just gotta leave it a little better. You ain't gotta change the whole thing. You just gotta leave it a little better. You ain't got to change the whole thing. You just got to leave it a little better. Maggie Rose is the name of the person who wrote and recorded that song. Please go on YouTube and listen to it done properly. It's called Change the Whole Thing. And I came across her when I went to the Grand Ole Opry. Well, I came across her. It's not like I saw her in the street. She was performing at the Grand Ole Opry when I went there, just outside of Nashville. Me and my mate Steve went down there. And she was just fantastic, I gotta say. So please give her a listen. Maggie Rose changed the whole thing. In fact, you ain't gotta change the whole damn thing. You just gotta leave it a little better. Remember that, brothers and sisters. Maybe I'll do. I didn't really prepare myself for this. I got to admit, as you can tell. Excuse me. So I think I'll do a couple of my old favourites, maybe. I'm basically just killing time because the spud is in the oven, and it's, you know, can't rush that. So I'm passing the time of day or the evening. Okay. Off the new album, That Smile, in record shops now. Well, it's not actually, it's not in records, it's not anywhere. You can get it on my website, jamesobrienmusicnyc.com. Now the reason why it's NYC is because there's only guys out there called James O'Brien, and they've taken the domain names. Some of them are actually musicians. Pretty good too. Yeah. Not what you're going to do. Anyway, so I had to stick the NYC on the end of it. So James O'Brien Music, NYC.com. That's it. And you can see this song is on that album. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'm meandering. I can tell you what I know, but it's not half of what I've seen. I remember just a few of all the places that I've been. I've had friends that I held close and many more I pushed away. Now and then I came across some place I thought that I might stay. But then the highway came a-calling, and the breezes said my name, and I knew the same old story would end up the very same. That I'd settle down and feel those tender roots starting to grow. Then I'd pull them right on up and tell myself, it's time to go. It's been time and time again that I've been singing the same song. Time and time again telling myself that I'm still wrong. But the words all stay the same, even when I change the tune. And the chorus still reminds me that I'd best be leaving soon. Best be leaving soon while I can still see my way. Best be leaving while I got no bills that I can't pay. The open road is calling from some place I don't know where. Only thing I know is that I'll know it soon as I get there. If your home is on the highway, it can stay deep in your blood. Not much you can do, and maybe not much that you should. So I'll leave you with the only thing that's true that I can say. If you find yourself a home all one that feels it, you should stay. But then the highway came a-calling, and the breezes said my name, and I knew this same old story would end up the very same. That I'd settle down and feel those tender roots starting to grow. Then I'd pull them right on up and tell myself it's time to go. And so my home is on the highway, and it stays deep in my blood. Not much I can do, and maybe not much that I should. So I'll leave you with the only thing that's true that I can say. If I find myself a home or one that feels it, I might stay. If I find myself a home or one that feels it, I might stay. You should stay. That is called. I'll do one more and then finish up. I realised I look very low in this thing. I think I just oriented that thing the wrong way, but it's fine. Yeah, let me do this one. This song a long time ago. Well, it seems like a long time ago now, but I guess I've played it a lot. I like it, so I hope you like it. It's called, what's it called? It's called so many things. Here I sit and face the day, think of things that... See, this is the problem. I wrote these songs and I can never remember the words of them. Alright, sorry about that one. Full stop. Here I sit and face the day, see if things will go my way. Sun is up, the sky is blue, so many things that I should do. Climb a wall and write a book, or go to the edge and take a look. Make a start and see the end, set the rules and make them bend. Here I stand and face the wall, can't look down, no place to fall. Break of day, crack of dawn, winds of change and moving on. Plant a tree and watch it grow, write a song about growing old. Take a stand and say it loud, you might be wrong but you can be proud. Here I sit and face the day, think of things that I I won't say. Sun is up, the sky is blue. So many things I need to do. Swim the ocean, make the sand, make it, light a fire and make it glow. Find out things that I don't know. Here I sit at the end of the day, think of things that went my way. Sun is gone, the moon is high, so many mountains still to climb. Walk the desert, count the stars, start a journey, make it hard. Read a book from long ago about all the places I should go. That is so many things. True to form, I forgot the words, but I kept going. Hopefully you didn't notice, but I'm sure you did, so forgive me. Okay, that's me for this evening. Hope everybody's safe and well. Thank you for watching. Cheers. And don't know when I'll do the next one, but I'll try. Keep them going every so often. Okay, see yous. Bye. Oh, sorry, hit the wrong button. Still hitting the wrong button.